Hey, welcome to All Things SEO. Today's video is all about what tags to use on your YouTube video. There's two ways to do just that. You could add tags that you think makes the most sense and hope for the best, or use a very logical process on how to add tags that makes the most sense of your video. So YouTube, what are YouTube tags? YouTube tags are words and phrases that describes your video and provides more content to help people find your video, find your content better. So think of it as writing a title of your video, or adding description and adding tags and labeling. Consider this a labeling factor versus anything else. However, YouTube does say that titles, thumbnails, and descriptions are the most important piece of the data for your video. Tags aren't as useful, but it does contribute to your overall SEO and overall categorizing your video. So it is important. I think about a third of a difference can be made if if you didn't have a video with tags, and if you had videos with tags, you'll see a third of a percentage difference, uh, or I guess third fraction factor difference. So it's not too much of a difference, but as a brand new YouTube channel, or if you're still trying to grow your YouTube subscribers and viewers, you do want to leverage tags to really optimize your video as much as possible. So how do we add tags to your video? Obviously, here is a screen share of my video. I uploaded the video, I click on details, and if I scroll all the way down, you could add tags here, and you could add up to 500. That doesn't mean you should be adding all 500, but you could add up to 500. So if you have a 2-minute video, I wouldn't necessarily add too much of that tags. You want to kind of explain the video as much as possible. Think of it as writing a description, or actually creating a video and trying to add relevant keywords. And I do have here the video basic YouTube SEO for beginners, to try to see how you could find these keywords to add to your tags. You do want to add your primary target keywords as your first tag. So think of it as your title, and within your description. And so this is going to be your primary keyword you want to add, and then you want to add the following related keywords. Um, and you don't focus too much on the volume. I don't like I've explained a while back on my other videos. You don't want to focus on all the keywords volume search results, because it doesn't make any sense. So I guess let's look at my video for example. If you use keywords everywhere, the free tool, here's all the keywords that I'll be targeting and also trying to rank for the video. So this is going to be the first one, and then you have the rest. And if you want to do a competitive search and then kind of see what other people are doing, so let's see here. YouTube SEO is the one that he's trying to rank for this one. Href is doing YouTube SEO as well. So a lot of people are targeting very broad keywords as their primary keyword to content. YouTube SEO basics. So you kind of get an understanding of what a lot of these primary keywords can be. So here's another example. Let's just kind of go through some of them. YouTube SEO 2020, YouTube SEO, YouTube SEO is so my videos more towards YouTube SEO for beginners, and I could be creating another video for YouTube SEO in general. So let's kind of go into tutorial for beginners. YouTube SEO tutorial. YouTube SEO for beginners. So a lot of these, so this one is targeting YouTube SEO for beginners, but not the priority keyword. So since majority of them are just competing for the YouTube SEO in general, I'm starting to get up in the rankings for beginners. So if YouTube SEO for beginners, I'm getting in comparison to people who have hundreds of thousands of views, followings of 27,000. I'm getting so what's this number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm 10th in position, and this video is 1 week old, so that's pretty good. I guess my thought process when I did create this video was everyone is targeting YouTube SEO, but I really wanted to target YouTube SEO for beginners. The amount of volumes for this one, I really don't know, but for 1 week, 1.5 views, it's not bad. Hopefully, I get to pick up some more views for this keyword. So I guess let's go back to this one. YouTube SEO is the secondary approach. And it's not really hard for me to just copy and paste these keywords, right? So my video, I could just copy this and then paste all that in. But what I'm doing is I'm getting all of these competition and kind of seeing in this situation, YouTube SEO for beginners, I only see one person here and then or two. And then I'm the third actual person adding YouTube SEO for beginners. So there's three videos competing for this keyword. So this is my top priority versus YouTube SEO, where YouTube SEO is going too competitive. So some a lot more people here, and I wouldn't be able to rank for this keyword. So kind of put that into consideration when you do use tags. Try to find what people are not trying to go after, what everyone's trying to go after, and what people are not going after, and trying to focus on that. And then using that tag to add into your titles, in your meta description, in your thumbnail will be the best bet to optimize your video and finding the right tags for your video. Uh, the other ways you could find keywords without using keywords everywhere, which is still a free tool. So you do want to download that, and in order for you to download it, is go to you have to use Chrome. Go to the web store and then type in keywords, and then just download this. So, are there any other tools that you could use instead of keywords everywhere? Yeah, you could use YouTube auto suggest, or you could use keyword tag generator. So you could type in YouTube tag generator and um, use any of those. However, if you want to stay within the video this is so much easier if you have keywords everywhere. You really could see the different types of um, the data for your YouTube video. So if you click on this one right there, it's gonna pop up. Right, you don't have to do anything. So you could just type in YouTube tools tutorial for beginners. You could see all that, and you can also see it here. So you don't really need to necessarily use the YouTube tag generators if you want more tools to work with. So let's move on to some of the best practices on how to use the tags. Don't overboard the tags to just for the sake of filling in 500 words character limit. It's the sweet spot. I think will be around 200 to 300 characters. That could kind of really summarize the type of video you have versus trying to go just at the limit to just for the sake of adding a bunch of keywords. You're not tags are not here to be stuffed so that you could rank better, but you're trying to really uh, uh, explain what this video is and not mislead people. Because if you all you do is just stuffing keywords, you're doing it for the sake of SEO, and then if people are looking at your video, they're really not getting any benefits. You really want to cater towards uh, the benefits of the user, and then you don't want to add a whole bunch of keywords here. You want to write a very nice description, also for specific keywords or tags um, to target audience better. You want to refine your target audience. So instead of what people are doing is they have YouTube SEO that they want to rank for because the volume is there. I'm here to create a video for beginners, not just YouTube SEO. So you want to be really more defined, get into the niche, and don't overcrowd yourself or don't overload your tags. Um, don't add text to your description as much. You want to if you want to use some of these keywords, because these are keywords, you want to explain it better, and you don't want to just do hashtags using tags hashtag or keywords. If here like tags or keywords and then YouTube SEO for beginners, you don't want to do this crap that everyone has been doing for a decade, because it's useless. People, if they want to look at your description, they want to get informative description versus all your stuff and keywords. So don't. Best practice number two: don't add tags to your description, like stuffing it in. Don't overthink things too, because kind of use common sense when you do use tags. Um, um, so explaining it, like people want to have a really good description of the title to be able to want to click on your video. So think of it as that as a rule of thumb versus trying to uh, do clickbaits with this one. You don't want a title for your tags. You want a good amount of explanation. So YouTube SEO for beginners, YouTube SEO. So YouTube search. Okay, this might not be more relevant. Video SEO is relevant. YouTube, Google search. So this kind of it does also work because I want to help people rank their videos on Google search. So YouTube 2020 SEO tips. These are highly relevant keywords. This one's a little bit more vague, so you could remove this one. But don't overthink too much. Just really, if you have 50 keywords, If you have 50 keywords or so, then minimize it as much as possible so that you could help the user understand what you're trying to do. Um, how many tags should you use on your YouTube? So the character limit, I would say that's good. Is 200, 300. So if you want to think of it as tags, you're looking at 5 to 8 tags. That would be the most optimal keywords. Think of it as Twitter. You have 115 character limit. What can you put? They give you a lot more, but you don't want to overdo it because sometimes Google might say we need to reduce the amount of tags character limit, and then we're going down to 200 because YouTube thinks that a lot of people are just overusing it and not really helping user or YouTube's algorithm for the benefits of the tags. So um, 5 to 8. What's the best keywords? And the strategy that I've shown you on going through the competitors to identify the keywords that they use versus everyone else, and then kind of seeing which one you are targeting and the amount of keywords that they are using. This one obviously is using quite a bit or being ranked for quite a bit. But each video you want to really fine tune that. I would say go with 5 or 8 keywords that you could create a video of versus YouTube keyword research. That could be another video. How to rank YouTube videos. That could be another video. How to rank number one. That could be another video. So you don't want to create one video for all of these because it might not be the best video for it. So uh, just as um, creating a very specific video versus creating a broad video, which one works? I would say go with the very specific video and then getting these fine-tuned tags that you could add to your video. And if you, I guess this is it for how to add tags to your video, what's the best practices and things like that. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like and also hit the subscribe button. Until next time, see ya.